Hello everyone, and welcome back to another one of my videos. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Marisa and I am a primary therapist with Harper Village, and I am also a licensed mental health counselor in the state of Florida. Today this video is going to be discussing some relapse prevention tips in order to help those newly in recovery and sobriety, even those that do have some time of recovery under their belt. Since COVID-19 has taken over, it has affected everyone, not just those in recovery. And so I think that especially for those that are early in sobriety and recovery and those that are in the recovery community, I think that the tips that I'm going to discuss can be of benefit. So we're going to get right into it. So the first tip is, if you do experience an urge and if you are feeling the urge, do not give into it. Once you give power into that urge or that craving, it automatically takes over, and then those urges or those thoughts could easily become behaviors. Try to wait it out at least 30 minutes, because the less that you give into the craving, the easier it becomes. And also reaching out to somebody in your support system, a peer, a mentor, a sponsor, family, friends, whoever that support system may be, to help you get through the craving, to lessen it, and eventually it will cease, and you'll be able to continue on. The next tip is replacing old activities with healthy, positive, new activities. What I hear a lot is that, how can I have fun and enjoyment in recovery and sobriety? Once you are exposed to different activities and you find fulfillment and enjoyment in them, it becomes something that you can think of and say, hey, I could do this. It's fun, and I don't have to be under the influence in order to enjoy myself. So replacing old with something healthy and new. Another tip is reminding yourself that cravings will pass. They do not last forever, even though it may feel that way. Cravings are a big hurdle to get over. They are not easy. However, they do pass. Like I said previously, the less power you give to it, the easier it becomes to get over it. Another tip that I would like to talk about is not getting complacent in your recovery and sobriety. Once you start getting comfortable, once things start getting boring, it's time to reevaluate your situation, what you're doing, talking to other people, letting them know how you're feeling. Once you start to get comfortable, that's when things start to slip. That's when you start to become lax about different things. So not becoming comfortable is a huge thing. Once you start seeing yourself slip and going back on old behaviors, it's time to reevaluate, reach out, and revamp. I cannot express that enough. Never get comfortable in your recovery and sobriety. The next tip is, if you do happen to relapse, do not let that relapse turn into another day, another week, another month. Even though you relapse, do not give up. Relapse, unfortunately, is part of the process. However, it doesn't have to be where you relapse and that's it, you're done, you throw in the towel, and your recovery and sobriety is out the window. It does not have to be like that. Even if you're on your 100th day of recovery and sobriety and there is a slip, don't let that slip dictate the rest of what you have been working for and what you have going for yourself. Another thing is not doing this alone, not trying to do this alone. I can't express to you throughout my professional career how I've seen aftercare be a key component in continuing to remain sober and continuing to remain active within your recovery and sobriety. Continuous support, continuous people in your life who are positive influences, who continue to lift yourself up, is key and is going to be extremely important when working towards your recovery and sobriety. So that is a very, very important key component, I want to say, in avoiding relapse for recovery and sobriety. There are probably a lot more, as I just wanted to make a short video discussing some tips. These are not all of the tips. There are definitely a lot more out there, which can be looked up online. You can do research for sure. I know with COVID-19, a lot of things that we do within the recovery community, it's a lot of integrating with others, being around others, meetings, sponsors, everything like that. But with COVID going on, things have changed. I know that it's difficult to be on the computer and do things through video, as it's not the same as face-to-face contact. It just feels different. What I can say is that despite this being different and despite this having to be our new normal now, continue going to meetings, even if they're online, continuing to have the support of each other, because you're not the only one who's going through this. There's a million other people out there, recovery or not, who are experiencing the same exact feelings and emotions that you may be going through as well. As a world, continuing to lift each other up, continuing to support each other. So, I hope that this video helped, and I hope that these tips you can find useful, and I hope that this can help somebody who is struggling, and I hope that, these tips can definitely be of value to someone who is in recovery or who's newly in recovery, or someone who is just struggling with everything that's going on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be doing more, and I will speak with you all soon. Thanks, guys.